Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your weekly WWE Monday Night Raw Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977. Episode 1806, and this is the another edition of Monday Night Raw as we're getting ready for Survivor Series, the next event, and that would be on November 30th, and it will be 2 weeks from this Saturday. And you know, just a little, I'm letting you know a little programming in between. I'm going to be hanging out with chilling with Jordy every noon on his channel, the J-Man's Legit channel. So I like, for you folks to just, be prepared for that. And that means I might have to delay my videos to a later time each time. So if you haven't seen the videos I've done yet, be patient. They'll be there. I just want to make sure that I get my head together and just hang out with some friends and just, there's going to be a lot going on because, as you know, also another programming change. I'm working till 11 o'clock in the morning from tomorrow till Friday only, for this week only, because I have Saturday off because I'm going to a memorial service for the matriarch of the church that me and my father attended, and that her and her husband did find because she did pass away towards the end of October. So after battling cancer for a year. So that's a lot going on, and it does affect my channel somewhat. So just be on the lookout and just be patient, and that's all I ask. So, but let's get right into it. Monday Night Raw, Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champ, kicking off Monday Night Raw to address Damian Priest. And as he's about to address Damian Priest, he comes out, Damian Priest, interrupts Gunther, saying, "Hey, you're going to say all these insults? I've heard all before," and whatnot. Ludwig Kaiser interrupts Priest, and then Kaiser keeps running his mouth. Gunther stops Kaiser from talking, but then Priest hits him. But then as he tosses Kaiser out, Gunther went to go to attack him, but Priest saw it coming, so there's that. Kathy Kelly interviewed Kairi Sane, Io Sky of Damage Control, but they were joined by an old friend. That's right, Dakota Kai, who has been out for 3 months because of the Pure Fusion collection. Ended up coming back and said that there'd be a 6-woman team. So Kofi Kingston was talking to R-Truth, said, "Hey, thanks for coming out, and we're sorry we didn't come out." Xavier Woods interrupts them, and then Pete Dunne interrupts all 3 men. He starts confronting R-Truth, and then Kofi Kingston stood up for him and said, "Let's have a match." So there's that. And then the 6-woman tag, Damage Control versus Pure Fusion Collection. Damage Control, the number 1 contender for the Women's World title, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and returning Dakota Kai versus Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. And Damage Control ended up winning that great matchup. Meanwhile, the Usos and Sami Zayn got together and said, "We need a 5th member. Who do you think it should be?" Sami Zayn goes, got someone in mind? I'll text you about it. I'll tell you guys how it goes. So there's that. Also, GQ has named The Rock the Entertainer of the Year. As you know, his movie's coming out. Red One's coming out this Friday. I had plans of seeing it that weekend, but like I said, the memorial service has changed everything. So there's that. And then Kofi Kingston went one-on-one with Pete Dunne. Xavier Woods gets involved during the matchup. He had an inkling, put 2 together, argues with Xavier Woods about it. Pete Dunne took advantage and ended up winning the match. So, I think with his New Day celebration that Adam Pearce has planned may go out the window. And then the Judgment Day we're talking about, looking forward. In fact, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are looking forward to getting more gold. Finn Balor goes, yeah, but Dominic, you didn't get the job done. And then Dominic says, I got closer to the time than you have. He said, why don't you and Carlito take care of things next week for me and JD McDonough against the Viking Raiders? And Dominic goes, fine. I'll tell Pierce to make it official. So, Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair dressing Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And UFC fighter Jamal Hill was in attendance. He's a big WWE fan. I always talk about celebrities making appearances. Bronson Reed addressed Seth Rollins. And then, as he came out there, Rollins interrupts Reed. Both men started brawling. They brawled to the point where even they brawled during the commercial break. And then Adam Pearce, like, what, Rollins and him were arguing. He said, I want a match. He said, well, next week, you got it. Final time you're dealing with this. And he was getting really ticked off. And I don't blame Adam Pearce. But then Sami Zayn comes up and says, hey, can we talk for a few minutes? And he goes, and Sami Zayn convinces him to join up with Roman Reigns and the Usos as the fifth member of War Games. And then Seth Rollins goes, no, I'm not joining forces with Roman Reigns ever. And he stated his reasons why. Damian Priest took on Ludwig Kaiser. Priest ended up knocking Kaiser out like I knocked out Kaiser's cousin. I had to get by Glass Joe to get to him. Von Kaiser. Anyways. And then Gunther comes out to confront Priest. Priest is like, you want more? And then Gunther kind of walks away. Kathy Kelly interviewed the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker, but then Sheamus interrupts Breaker. The two exchanging words, and Sheamus decided to challenge Breaker for the one title that has eluded him. In fact, these two battled to a time limit draw as on WWE Speed. So this leads to an Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker and Sheamus next week. Well, Sheamus captured that one title that has eluded him throughout his career. We don't know. We'll find out next week. And then The Miz, and then Jimmy Uso talks to Braun Breaker. They say, you got a minute? Looks like Jimmy Uso's trying to do his fifth member recruiting. Sorry, my back scratcher fell. Now we up, stay. You're a good boy. Anyways, so The Miz came with the shades and all, and the Final Testament confronts him and goes, hey, where are the Wyatts? We need information. He said, they let me go. And then Karrion Kross is like, no, unacceptable. Paul Ellering took a hit for you. He took on my guy. I need to make him pay. When I say I'm going to break both of your legs, guys, grab him, right? And so Miz was getting scared. Karrion Kross and Scarlett were following them to the ring. And then Miz was begging, Miz was begging Karrion Kross not to hurt him. And you see tears, but there was a blood tear running down his face. But then Karrion Kross screamed, where are the Wyatts? Lights went out. Lights went back on. The Wyatt Six were there. And then Uncle Howdy goes, I'm here, right? They all get in the ring. They're about to confront, but then The Miz grabs a steel chair, hits Rowan. Both teams brawl. Both teams brawl, and then the Final Testament took them out. And they all stood tall in the ring. Well, Karrion Kross looked at The Miz. He said, you the man? No, you the man? They hugged and shook hands. And it was like they had a master plan. It was a master plan by Karrion Kross and The Miz. And I think The Miz, you got to give an Academy Award to him. That was great. That was a great setup. But I think the Wyatt Six, well, now the Wyatt Six will be the Final Testament and The Miz's problems. Survivor Series around the corner, folks. You do the math. And then Kathy Kelly interviewed Rollins again, right? And then Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa were outside interrupting Rollins. and they try to recruit him to be their fifth member for War Games. Seth Rollins goes, I'm not teaming up with a wannabe Roman Reigns. And the women's tag team titles were on the line. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who have been the champs twice before. Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton during the match got involved. And then Naomi gets involved, but Liv Morgan gets her out of the way. And then after Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill pinned to retain the title, she attacks the champs after the matchup. Naomi tries to get involved, but she was caught. Io Sky, of all people, I think she was trying to look for Liv Morgan in all this, comes to the ring and gets a Jax Stratton and Rodriguez. And then all four ladies, Naomi, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill, all get at Nia Jax, while the women's champ, the two champions, Miss Money in the Bank, and Raquel Rodriguez all retreat. And standing tall, Naomi, Belair, Cargill, and Io Sky. Could that be another lead to another Survivor Series? We'll find out. Well, that's all the time we have on the show, episode 1806 of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Tomorrow, Trebek Tuesday, we're going to have some fun there. Thank you for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.